separated my emotions. It's me and me rum alone. Stacy getting it, Antoinette getting it, Tracy getting it, all of them getting it. Even Star. We live on the road, yes. We doing road, yes. We no want no long time. But man, leave me alone. Hey, cause I jumped on a plane, mass. Plane mass. I jumped on a plane mass. Plane mass. Leave me, let me play me mass. Play me mass. I jumped on a plane mass. Plane mass.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
My team, we do a back down from nobody. Okay, I was singing the chorus. All right, so we reach back, folks. We reach back. So we are in a commentary or another commentary segment here on our Activated Mornings program. And today being Monday morning, that means the doc is in the studio with us. So Dr. Thompson, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. What a week. What a big week. Now, a week ago, Sunday, I am down at the OECS.
What is this?
Opening conference.
Yeah.
And guess who I run into there?
I wonder who.
I run into Dianna.
You love talk about Dianna business, so.
Why? No, they were part of a group doing a performance. This is on media. This is on social media. This ain't no secret and so forth. And she was playing a farmer, she told me, and so forth. And I tell you, I loved it. Man, those creatives know their stuff. You know what I mean? And then yesterday, I was back down at Sandals. And I was back down at Sandals yesterday. The Hotel and Tourism Association had their opening of Restaurant Week and so forth.
Okay.
And featuring a Vincentian out of the United States who basically is here to train people into certain aspects of cuisine and so forth.
I think I saw a post from she be doing a live.
Really nice. Really nice event. So twice in 1 week I was down at Sandals and so forth. You know? I mean, all the other hotels I think were there. It was a great event and so. But it really shows that tourism is really picking up and their aims and their standards and so forth. Minister was there and his team and everything like that. It was nice, but I'm emphasizing as I'm talking that I saw Dianna as part of a performance. I think it's a Rodney Small performance and so forth. I don't know if he was the producer, right?
He was the creative director.
Right, I think. Creative director. These people, folks listening to me, these people are good. These people are damn good. You know?
He didn't direct the performances though. He had an outline of how they were to flow, but everybody, like the dancers, I think Juanita perhaps, as well as Keneally Brody, they choreographed their dances, three different dance groups. Jake Elmaz curated our piece, which was the Village Life. And then there were the Panis as well, Symphonics, 2 persons from Symphonics, as well as some drummers. I think the Rose Hall drummers as well.
Of course, the Rose Hall drummers were there. Of course, the Rose Hall drummers, Sally and Walter and let me tell you something. I think the heads of government, Prime Minister, and all of them were really impressed. And the Prime Minister, you can see, is no swollen. He was proud of you folks. You understand?
Thank you.
That's and of course,
wonderful.
Prime Minister gave us a piece of speech there, boy. You know? Prime Minister gave a piece of speech there as now he's the incoming chairman of the OECS. Anyway, let me talk about it. It was a good week. It was a good week for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Okay. And let me stop there.
All right. So I think in this segment we'd end up talking a couple of things in one, but let's just take this call from Joshua and then so I'll deal with something after. Joshua, morning.
Good morning to my favorite doctor. not politician, doctor. Dr. Thompson.
Yes.
I'm saying this seriously. Vincentians do not realize how blessed they are. In Bermuda, for a doctor to even wink at you, you got to pay.
Yes.
St. Vincent gets, every Monday and Wednesdays, I think, they get free information. People call up and get free information from doctors.
Yeah. Right.
Now, that's really not why I called. These ladies played a song this morning. It had to do with prostate. And I really hope everybody paid attention to that song. Have you ever heard it, Dr. Thompson?
Of course. I went to the tent.
I can't remember it.
No, I went to the tent and yeah.
It's called My Prerogative by Sonny Banks. And it's both prostate as well as cervical cancer. He spoke to both men and women.
Some people might find it to be offensive, but special attention should be made to that. And I'm going to mention someone because he spoke about it quite extensively early on last week. I'm going to refer to him as the 630 man. Dr. Thompson, maybe you could expand on the 630 thing, Mm-hmm. But it's very important, men, you pay attention, and women as well. As I said, you're very, very, very blessed. You cannot get that type of information here in Bermuda for free. Now, in my wife's office, whenever I go for my physical, they'll take me to the office that is way, far from everybody else, because when it comes to that unpleasant two finger up the ray, I scream. And it embarrasses my wife, the doctor, and everybody else. But it's something that has to be done. And, I'm taking it very, very seriously. Vincentians need to appreciate you, Dr. Thompson, not as a politician, I ain't going there, but as a doctor, because you offer free information to people where we got to pay hundreds of dollars for that stuff here, and you get it for free. So have a great day, and I'm actually doing my wife's to-do list now. I'm working on her outside woman cave.
I hope it's a long list.
40 years long. 40 years long. She loves to be outside. So there's your rant. And I keep forgetting her name. My favorite talk person after radio. Anita. We catch up later. And keep up the good work, Dr. Thompson. I really do appreciate you and others who come on and offer free information.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Joshua. Have a good one. Complete the list too, eh? Yeah, you're probably in here, but Joshua, complete the list before you land reach home. All right. So Doc was mentioning, he was mentioning somebody who's here, a culinary person, a chef. So I came across this post last night from the St. Vincent. Oh, we do. Okay. All right. So hi, caller. Good morning. Hi, I believe it's Queen's morning.
Oh,
Queen?
Forum.
F4?
Open forum.
Oh, you changing our segment to open forum. All right, Queens, go ahead.
It's open forum. You know what, Josh is always open forum, so I'm gonna do likewise. Dr. Thompson.
Yes. Queens, I'm still here. I'm still here. At what time in the morning?
Oh gosh, I
did. But go ahead.
I have no choice. I have to deal with you.
Yes,
Sandals. You get to tour Sandals when they were opening, right?
No, I didn't. Last Sunday was the first time I have officially been down at Sandals for the event. Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I spoil your question, but go ahead, man. Ask the question anyway. You know?
I want to know if they have if they have the system down there where the elevator don't move unless you swipe your room key into the slot in the elevator.
I see.
Well, you know about that?
Well,
I don't know.
Listen, Sandals, I tell you, the security is very, very, very tight down
Maximum.
Mm-hmm. I'm quite impressed with it. As a matter of fact, it can be a little slow, but at the security, you have to have a reason to be going inside there. They have lists and boards and things like that to check to see if you're supposed to be there, and you see people being turned away. No, of course, right? Going, but they have cabins. They have cabins, and then they have a apartment block. Yes, in the elevator, basically that is true. That's the modern thing these days. They don't have keys anymore like the older hotels. You know what I mean? It's strictly.
No, I'm not talking
I know.
No,
I'm saying it's strictly in relation to your room. Here's a card, and the card also used for the elevator. In other words, you kill two birds with one stone. You don't have one card for the elevator and one card for the room, or you don't just press a button and hopefully you go to the wrong floor. They really allow you to go to the designated floor. These are simple, new, modern, computerized skills, and so they're able to put on a card. You know.
Another thing also in terms of security in some hotels too is after you get in, after you swipe and you get in, the lights don't come on until you put that same card into a slot for the lights to come on.
Yes. Yeah, and all these things make sense in this era of global warming, and so you don't want somebody to leave on the lights all day. You make 10 rooms, the lights are on all day, the television is on all day. So yes, on leaving the room, and you take out your card that you walk with, so that you could get back in. The lights go off, and then when you go into the room, only one light actually is able to go on, just right at the entrance there. That's the way they normally have it.
Right, your good friend JT, with the same initials like you, lawyer JT, he keeps saying that some study was done in University of Jamaica, where only 10% of the profits remain. They take all the money out the country. Only 10% remains. What's your?
I imagine there may be hotels like that, but one good thing is that Sandals is a Caribbean brand. You know what I mean? Sandals is a Jamaican Caribbean brand, so that they have Sandals now in Grenada, a couple of them in St. Lucia. They're all over the place. St. Vincent has joined that particular club. But in addition, we are having a lot of good hotels here too. So when Sandals come with the new beaches, and when the Marriott supposed to start in another couple of days, the leeward side of the island is going to be an absolutely phenomenal place. And I'm glad you're bringing this up, Queens, because you flip the coin there a little bit. Some people say don't have these hotels because the money goes out the island. But do you know Sandals is buying up a lot of fish? And Sandals, but he's gone. Sandals is buying up a lot of local foods, and so you go down there. You tell me, you see all the provisions, and you think they're importing dasheen and they're importing plantains and they're importing sweet potato and those other things. No, they're not. They're buying those things locally. So there's been a big shift. I imagine people still having sausages but they're having eggs. A lot of eggs are actually produced here locally too. So Queens, I'm glad Queens Queens is perceptive. He asks the questions in a funny way about money going out, but he's really asking, look at the amount of money that's still in the country. That's what he really wants to bring out.
Well, he did kind of bring it out last week. Queens is just racing because you hear now.
Yes, I know.
He did talk about the trickle-down effect that is happening locally.
No,
so, yeah.
Roleza, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Queens just asks some questions in reverse. It ain't fake news. It ain't fake news. I mean, it's just that he wants to be provocative. But really, just like you said, like last week, he's really asking the question, look at the whole trickle down. And that's a good thing. So thank you very much, Queens. I think we have to give Queens a clap for that and so forth.
You and Queens. All right. So I just so we only have maybe like 6 minutes or so, right? Just to touch on a few things. So with regards to something that Doc raised concerning the chef, now the St. Vincent and Grenadines Hotel and Tourism Association, there is actually going to be a training, a culinary classroom chef training featuring Chef Anjanella Garway Holland, and it is happening on the 26th of June from 8:30 to 1 a.m. at 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Young Island Resort, and this is free. All right, so you can call or message to reserve your spot. So for those of you who may have an interest in the culinary arts, you can go to the SVG HTA Facebook page and find out a bit more information there, right? But it was just in relation to something that you said, Doc, all right?
Yes.
All right, and I think it would be very remiss of us if we end this segment without saying congratulations to all of the students who successfully passed the CPEA examinations this year, all right? And of course, commendations go to the first place person, which is Saj Caesar. He is the son of Dr. Twana Brown and Honorable Saboto Caesar, all right? So congratulations to Saj, and also congratulations to the Sugar Mill Academy, because they got 5 spots out of the 10.
Top 10.
Right? And that was quite interesting because they actually have a small classroom size, small graduating class, but to secure 5 out of the top 10, it is a serious commendations.
That's it. Well, congratulations to Saj. You know, I work quite closely with Minister Caesar, and I can see he's really proud of that. But it shows some aspect of parenting and so on. So, you know, Dr. Brown Caesar really had a lot to do with that too. But you know, Sugar Mill, they came down to the mangrove 2 days ago, whole 50 something of them, and they had a ball. You know, had a ball down there. So it shows that outward thing, it opens up their minds to a lot of other things.
And I think their approach to education is a little bit more holistic, in that it's not just about what's there on the curriculum from the ministry. It seems as if they're exposed a bit more than the students in public schools.
As they should.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Yeah. Just want to say congratulations as well, but especially to the student from the Kettles Government School, Sion Hill. The Lomans, I actually know the young man from Lomans, so big up to his mother, who is a sister. She's a really nice, wonderful nurse. So congratulations to her, and my former co-worker, who is his aunt, Miss Ashton. So Miss Ashton, big up yourself too. I feel really good when I see schools like these. Well, of course, it's a lot of it has to do with the parental involvement, but I'm really happy when I see schools like these topping the charts as well. And Sugar Mill took away St. Mary's spot, because St. Mary's was like that last year.
Yeah, I mean, big up my alma mater. Big you up, Sim. I think this student placed, what was it, 3rd? I think St. Mary's game was in the 3rd spot. 4th?
Yeah.
Okay. Boy,
and from so much last year to just 1 this year.
Yeah. But I think there's also something to be.
Not so much last year. You talk in the top 10.
In the top 10,
right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They made in the top 20, in the top 30. Performance system.
And I also want to say congratulations to Thomas George, the first student from the School for Children with Special Needs, who came, I think he came 70th or 79th, one of those, for boys. And, you know, being a student who is autistic and to have done so well, it says a lot for maybe the way in which we view persons who are a little different, right? Because he does have autism, and look at the school that he went to. He went to the School for Children with Special Needs, but yet he was still able to learn what was there on the curriculum. He was still able to perform, and he did exceptionally well, right? Yeah. And I am just so pleased to know that he did so well. And well, I believe that most likely, I don't know if he will be going to grammar school. Can't say. I mean, coming so high means that you can have your choice of whichever school you want to go, you know, but I like the fact that when you hear of these students who might be a little bit different, integrating with other students, because I think now we have a lot to learn. not just as children relating and learning from each other, but it also would extend to the workplace in terms of how we interact and how we let me just use interact, how we interact with each other outside of the school setting. So for this, I am so pleased to see it, just really, really pleased to see it. All right. We are going to have to head on out as it is 8:30 and we have to bring to you today's courts desk. But if there's anything else that anybody wants to talk about with regards to the CPEA results, we can do so in the next segment. All right.